What's up, fuckers? We're back.
Yeah.
We're not going anywhere.
Yeah.
You thought you got rid of us?
You didn't. This is BrokeN Boys. It's episode 40, bitch.
Yeah.
And I'm Mike.
I'm Colin.
How you doing this week?
I'm doing okay.
We didn't even really plan to say that at the same time.
No.
It was all organic, baby. But yeah, we're sorry for scaring you, thinking we were never going to be back.
Mm-hmm.
We're back.
Yeah. When I was home for Thanksgiving break, my youngest brother, who likes the podcast a lot, thought we were actually ending it.
That's good. That's good. Did you play along with the bit?
No, I was
Damn.
like, I was like, no, we were just fucking around. He was like, well, you guys said it. I was like, well, we're a comedy podcast.
We are strictly comedy,
yes.
Nothing else.
Yes, we don't talk about anything else but comedy now.
Yes, that's the new update to the BrokeN Boys podcast. You know, the patch release is purely comedy, no music. Music is for little baby bitches,
Yes.
little crybabies, especially like 21 Pilots. What the fuck?
Who the fuck is that?
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I like football.
Mike's dropping out of school because he studies music, and that's for pussies.
Yeah,
So he's gonna go to school for cool stuff like
football.
like sports commentary.
Yeah, that's what this is now. It's a sports commentary podcast.
Sports commentary comedy podcast.
Yes.
You see the Bears game on Thanksgiving?
Yeah, I thought Michael Jordan did really well in that game.
Yeah. Fucking Larry Bird went crazy, and it was like, goddamn, Johnson. He's just like, he's fucking up the field right now.
I know.
He scored a goal.
Did he do it within par?
I think so.
Okay.
He scored 40 love, I think.
40 love. Okay.
Yeah.
Within par. Yeah, that's good.
He got the 8 ball in the quarter pocket. So.
Wow, it's impressive.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah.
Nah, we're never going anywhere.
Nah,
You're stuck with us, motherfuckers.
can't get rid of us for now. But yeah, how you doing this week? I think I asked you that. But
Yeah, I mean, I'm doing. That's just my car mount.
Oh, okay.
I feel, so. I'm doing okay though.
That's good.
You know, I'm just mentally preparing myself for finals next week.
Me too.
So that's gonna be fun. I mean, I only have one in-person final, 2 papers and a speech, but you know, I'm not good at giving speeches, and the only in-person final I have is a class that I'm not very confident in. So I'm just gonna have to study.
Yep. Yeah, I'm kind of in a similar boat. I kind of feel a little bit better because, I mean, as you guys all saw the last 3 weeks probably, I've just had a constant mental strain of so much shit to do. And it's nice because I'm finally in a place where I'm like, okay, I only have a couple more things to do and then a couple finals and I'm good. But, like, I also need to make sure I don't slack off until Wednesday.
And you can work on your music.
Yes. Then music will be worked on. That is the plan for this break, is getting a majority of the album done. And yeah,
Better
hopefully
put out a single, Mike.
Yeah, I'm hoping to have a single ready by the end of break.
Let's go.
I don't know which one it's gonna be. I'm probably gonna have like you and Vince and I don't know, some other people who come over or something like that. Probably have you guys decide, you know, what sounds like a single. Because to me, everything sounds good. But like,
oh wow,
yeah.
You're sucking your own dick, Mike.
Yeah, no, everything is perfect that I'm making. No, but like, I think I have a couple ideas, but I don't know. I'll have to see what the general reception is for people who aren't making the music. But yeah, stress. Yeah, no, I mean it's lower, but it's still high. So like, it was kind of nice because most of my classes have like finished up a little bit early. So like Thursday, normally I have 3 classes. Or no, normally I only have 2, and none of them met on Thursday, so I was able to just do nothing yesterday, which was great.
Good.
Well, I mean, I did schoolwork, but like I didn't have to drive to school. And then today I only had one, and it was the review for that music history exam.
Mm-hmm.
Whew. I was feeling okay, and then we went in there, and I was like, oh, fuck. I'm not okay. I promise.
Wow. Nice.
But, yeah, I need to study that a lot. And then finish up a couple projects, and then I'm good.
Yeah. Good.
But, yeah, I'm doing better.
Yeah. Was that, glad you're doing better?
Mm-hmm.
How was the rest of your break, though?
Oh, yeah. What happened for the rest of my break?
I mean, it was just Saturday and Sunday.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I don't really think I did too much. I think I just kind of relaxed, kept working on... I know what I did. Those days were dedicated to the paper. To the music history paper, which did get done. I did my best, I think. I did what I could. We'll see whether or not she grades it fairly. Yeah. I think most of my time was just spent doing that. How about you? Did you do anything significant those days?
I watched the entirety of Beatles Get Back.
Nice.
8 hours long. Went a little crazy because
Wait, that's 8 hours long?
Yeah.
Is it like a mini series or something?
Yeah, it's like 3 parts, but
Gotcha.
like, and they were released like day by day.
Okay.
But you know, it was Saturday and all of them had been out, and I was like, "Hey, Dad, you want to watch these?" And he was like, "Yeah."
Yeah, I got 8 hours.
I mean, we didn't know it was 8 hours before we went into it, and I was like, this first episode's lasting a long time, and like 2.5 hours later, we're like, all right, that was pretty long. The second one can't be that long, right? Nah, that one was 3 hours.
Damn.
But we watched all of it. So, except for the third episode, we kind of stopped at the second one because my dad was like, "Oh, a bit Beatles out. Beatles out. Beelzebub's out."
It's fun. I don't remember what song it is, but there's a song on the Injury Reserve record that literally sounds like that. It goes like, it sounds like it's like melting.
Great.
Sorry.
No, it's good. Yeah, that was really good though. I watched the third part by myself, and most of it was already something that I'd seen before, because it was like the whole documentary was, around, like filmed around when they were creating their last record, Let It Be, and like if you don't know, Let It Be was actually the second to last record recorded, but they released it after Abbey Road.
Oh, so Abbey Road was the last one recorded?
Yes.
Technically?
Yeah,
I did not know that.
In the documentary, there's like songs that they're working on that become part of Abbey Road, like Maxwell Silverhammer. They go through like a whole portion of that documentary where they're just like coming up with it and having fun with it. With like they brought in like an anvil and a hammer, and they were just like ding ding, and I was like, nice. But yeah, it was really good, really informative, really buried the stigma that Yoko broke up the Beatles, because the Beatles broke up the Beatles, but Yoko, she was in it, and there were some portions where she was singing with John and Paul, and they seemed to be having fun, but my ears were not, because I don't know, it's not my type of music. I don't know whose type of music it is, but like, hey, if you like that kind of yelly avant-garde kind of stuff, then good for you. I can
say that that there's one thing she had, I believe it's called Secret Peace, and the only reason I know about it is because it closes out Clipping's Visions of Bodies Being Burned, because they always have an experimental piece that they like cover as the last song, and I'm okay with that one just because it's just like kind of ambient noise.
Right. Yeah. It was just like there was one portion where it was like the end of this day, and then it came back, and John, Paul, and Yoko John was playing his guitar, Paul was banging on the drums, and Yoko was just like, ow, 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 ow. And I was like, oh my god. It was called the Freak Out Song, and apparently it's like a real song. So
oh, okay.
I was like, Jesus Christ. I mean,
Sounds like it was aptly named.
yeah. But there was also one really funny portion that I didn't even notice before I saw it on TikTok, but it was like John sitting while they're all in a circle, like coming up with shit, and he like reaches into his coat and he pulls out like a joint, and he sees that the camera's filming. He's like, he's like, whoop. He puts it back in his coat because it was the '60s and you weren't allowed to smoke weed legally, especially in London. But yeah, it was really good. Really recommend it to anybody. It's very very cool to see them come up with songs like that. Like I was telling Mike earlier this week that like there was one part of it where Paul was just like, there was like a line of text on the screen that was like, with the time crunch of whatever happening, Paul hurried to come up with songs on the spot. And it was just Paul messing around on his bass. He's like, he's just nonsense. And then all of a sudden he like snaps into the song Get Back, which is like, it's first of all the name of the documentary, and second it's the last song on Let It Be. And it's like a huge song. And just to come up with it that fast, it's like nuts.
Yeah, it's crazy.
What a genius.
Kind of reminds me of like the sort of, but sort of not, but like the John Bellion making ofs, like especially like the making of like Guillotine or something like that. Just like seeing him assemble all the pieces to what the song slowly becomes. It's a weirdly satisfying thing. It's like auditory musical satisfaction. Just like, oh.
It was really cool to see that. Yeah. And then there was one part where Ringo and George were just hanging out, and Ringo starts like, he's like, I got something for you. And he starts playing like The Octopus's Garden, like a little bit from what he has, and I'm like, oh, that's cute. And then like he starts like, and then George is like, well, you got to do this to make it, fluid and come together. And they were just working together.
Right now, over me.
And they were just like working together. It was real cute because Ringo doesn't get recognition. It was just like nice to see that. But
Octopus's Garden is a Ringo song.
Oh. Yeah, he sings it and everything.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Oh,
go ahead.
I was just that reminded me of, I saw a tweet from Andrew Huang recently. He's like a YouTube music producer. He does some cool stuff. But he said something like along the lines like, if you're ever really stressing about lyrics, remember that one of the most regarded albums of all time has a song about befriending an octopus and also a song about someone killing people with hammers.
Yeah. That album is nuts, but it has some really good shit on it.
It does, yeah. That's one of the ones I'm familiar with from them. Actually, I think the only one I'm like familiar with.
Man, I love the Beatles. Fucking love them. I'm really glad they came out. And
they're good.
Yeah, wow. I mean, there is that. I don't know if you've heard about this, but like, it was a big part. There was on Dynamic Banter. They talked about it. Like, they found an article where Paul was talking about when all the Beatles jacked off together.
Oh no.
Yeah, so that's a thing. But
wait, that was like a real Oh
yeah,
cool.
Yeah, I mean, hey,
it was the
Beatles,
60s. Yeah. They put the beat in the Beatles.
Yeah.
Nice. Oh, that's good. Yeah. That sounds like it was interesting. That's probably something I could watch as well.
Yeah. It'd be super good.
Yeah.
I'd watch it with you, Mike, just to walk you through. Like, hey, this is what this is.
So that's George.
That's another thing, though. Every time that, like, a new episode started and one of the Beatles walked in, it put their name next to him, and me and my dad were like, really? Oh, that's George. Like, I don't think you needed to, like, having it for like the
first episode, maybe
first episode, or even like the people that are like producers and stuff like that. Sure, I understand that, but like the Beatles, everyone knows the Beatles, man.
Some of the most, probably four of the most famous faces in music ever.
Yeah. Literally, like in music or life ever, like fucking nuts. But yeah, highly recommend that. Cool. Really good. But that's about all I did with the rest of my break. This week I've just been, been chilling. I started reading recreationally again with Dune, because really wanted to read it after seeing the movie, and I've been reading a chapter or two a night, and it's going really well so far. Good book. Haven't enjoyed reading since like 7th grade, so it's been like 8-9 years, which is crazy. Maybe not 8-9, like 6-7, but like long time either way.
Yeah.
But yeah, been playing Pokemon Diamond. That's fun. Love Pokemon. Very fun, relaxing, cute game to play.
Yeah, you bought that for yourself after the episode, right?
I did.
Yeah, after we filmed the episode.
But I could not play it until I got back to my dorm because I did not bring my Switch back.
Ah, gotcha.
So I kind of just bought it, and I was like...
just staring at it.
I have to wait. Rest of this week I've just been doing school. I started writing my final for my Western Civilizations class, which is like kind of it's a hard one because it's like what do you consider Western civilization, and because it's a very open-ended question without any real answers, and he was like, just come up with something interesting. It's like I don't care, we'll read through it, and if you do it correctly with like the instructions we gave you, then you'll be good. Like, okay. So I added a little sarcasm in my second paragraph.
Oh, you kept that in?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, just for fun. But yeah. And then like yesterday, one of the people on my floor is part of like a comedy troupe kind of thing, and they did like a SNL type show.
Oh.
Where they had like actual like skits that they wrote and everything.
Like, was it like filmed, or did they perform it live?
No, they performed it live.
Like on the floor?
Not on the floor. It was in like one of the halls.
Oh, okay, that's cool.
In like an auditorium, and like there were only like 6-7 people there, including me and a couple people from the floor. But like they did really well. I was kind of surprised because like it started off with a kind of iffy skit, which I was like, that's not great. But
like just not funny, or just like touchy subject.
It wasn't that funny. But
there
was it definitely got better. There were definitely skits that. There was one where they made fun of Howie Mandel and like Deal or No Deal. It was like some dude was in like a black morph suit. He was like the banker who's up in the box for Deal or No Deal. And then he takes off his hood and it's Howie Mandel. He's just one of the dudes with the ball cap on. But they did like a weekend update kind of thing like they do on SNL. It was like called Semester Update. That was my favorite portion because as the weekend update is my favorite portion on regular SNL. But it was really funny. I related to a little heavily to one of the parts, but I don't want to spoil my Wrapped. So.
Oh, okay. You have to remember to bring that back up during your
part of the semester update thing was like they talked about Chris Pratt being Mario, and they brought this guy on who pretended to be Chris Pratt, and he's like, people ask me like why I was a perfect fit to play Mario, and it's like we have so many things in common. We both look good in red. We're both white, and we both believe that the gays don't deserve to get married.
Oh, man.
And I laughed real hard. And then he was like, then they brought up the Garfield thing, and it's like, we both hate Mondays, we both love lasagna, and we both don't believe the gays should get married.
Oh, man.
But it was really funny, really well done, and
yeah,
I was kind of surprised, but it was really good.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
And I guess that reminds me of something else that happened. I don't really have as much to say about it, but on Tuesday? Yes, Tuesday.
Tuesday, innit?
It was Tuesday, innit? I think I briefly mentioned on here, I don't know, there's a slew of projects and stuff I had been doing the last few weeks, and I'm pretty sure I mentioned it, but I scored a little... clip of it was like a black and white clip from the 20s, and we had to score music to it, and I did that, and then all the other people in our studio did too, and then on Tuesday night we had a little screening of them, a little film screening. Someone put the clips all together, and then we just got to watch different clips, some different clips, with different interpretations of music scores to it, which I don't know, I thought it was pretty interesting. And Colin and I hung out for 6 hours prior to that day, and he's just like, yeah, I'll come along. So
Yeah, I wanted to, intrude on Mike's fun. So
no, it's fine. I probably would have just been sitting there in silence otherwise. So.
No, it was really good.
Yeah, it was interesting.
Obviously, I like Mike's the most, but there were some other really good ones. Like Mike's was like this old 20s film, like he was saying.
It was called Man with the Video Camera. I don't remember who directed it, but I think you can probably find it if you search that in just like 1920s or something.
Yeah. Have you uploaded it yet?
I have not, but I'm planning on doing that either today or tomorrow.
Yeah, definitely check that out when he uploads it.
Yeah, I can. I actually, you know what? I could put a link to that into the description, because by the time this episode comes out, that should definitely be up somewhere. So
there's this really cool middle section that gets real creepy, and I like it a lot. But yeah, it was really cool to see. Some of them weren't so good, but
yeah, some were a little interesting.
Yeah, but it was still overall fun. It was pretty cool to see that.
Yeah. I just thought I'd mention.
Yeah.
Don't really have much to say about it. But, yeah, should we get into our Wrapped, maybe?
Yeah, let's get into our Spotify Wrapped.
Cool. So, as probably all of you know, because you saw on everyone's stories, Spotify Wrapped was released, and we figured, since we're a sports-based podcast, that we should go through them for all of you to know.
Sports-based podcast.
Yes, Codpast. We don't know each other's. I know his top artist because he posted on Instagram, and I didn't see who I was looking at first, and I was like, oh, that's Colin's top artist. So I know that, but other than that, I don't think either of us know anything about each other's. We've avoided it so we can kind of react to each other's on podcasts.
Yes. So you want to start at the beginning of the rap, like with the movie thing that they did?
Yeah, sure.
They did like a thing at the beginning where they were like, your life's a movie kind of bullshit, where they were like, here's your soundtrack. My opening credits theme was all my favorite songs.
Oh, interesting.
Because that was like the first, OK Human was like the first album I listened to throughout the year. So that was pretty big up there. The dance-off portion was Skate by Silk Sonic.
Yeah, I got different prompts the first time I did this.
Yeah, I did too.
Yeah, so I don't have a dance-off section.
That's okay. I mean, my first one was like that, and then the dance-off, and then the last one's different. This one I screenshot was The Big Kiss. Oh. And it was Haley's Comet. So that was pretty cute. But that works. The first one I got was like the dramatic moment with when one tear drops into a pool or whatever.
Yeah, one of mine is that.
It was like, I'm not okay, I promise. I was like, yeah, that's pretty good. But since The Big Kiss is my last thing, Mike, and it's almost the end of the year,
all right. I'll just do a cut to black there. I also, show the camera that. I love the color palette of all your albums matching up there.
Oh, yeah, it does kind of, huh?
But, yeah.
Very muted year, huh?
I guess so, yeah. So for me, my first one, my opening credits theme was Alu Gobi from Weezer. Probably my favorite song from that album. That was so fun.
A really good one.
Is there a way I can just go to that next picture?
No. Use your arrow keys.
Oh. Okay, there we go. The song that played as a single tear dropped in... The song playing as a single tear drops into your reflection in the pool is Pyramid Song by Radiohead. Which I'm not exactly sure. I don't think I listened to that one more than usual, but, whatever. And then the song playing as I defeated the ancient vengeful spirit was Make Them Dead by Clipping.
I haven't seen that before. And
that is not, at all a song that would play during that. It's not like a hype song. That's a very creepy, you are about to die song. Oh. Not I'm going to kill you. But yeah. So that was interesting.
Do you want to do top song next?
I screenshotted everything.
Yes.
So
we can do top song.
I don't remember the order of things.
I think the next one after that is You Did What You Had to Do. I think that's the how many minutes you listened to.
Was it?
Yes.
Yep, how many minutes?
My minutes were 52,389.
Wow. That's quite a bit.
Yeah.
Mine is always lower than I think it's going to be. I guess I just don't listen to music as much as I think I do.
But you seem like you always do.
I know, right? But yeah, I'm at 26K, 26,973 minutes, and that's more than 80% of listeners in the United States.
Yeah, mine was more than 93% of listeners in the United States.
Damn. Yeah, like almost everyone I saw, like their stories, I was like, oh my god, they listen to like a lot more than I did.
But the way I justify it is that like I listen to a lot of podcasts, which rack up the time a lot. And I also, like, sometimes I'll go to bed with music, and that racks up time, too, over time.
Yeah.
But, like, I don't know. 52,000. It's not my highest. My highest ever was, like, 78,000 or something like that.
Damn.
I don't know what happened that year, but...
Yeah. And you'll notice a trend going forward that mine seems a little bit more basic than you may expect from me. Okay. Which is weird to me as well. But, you'll see.
Okay.
But,
and then next was top song of the year.
Mm-hmm.
Mine was Shy Away.
Oh, interesting.
Which I was like, okay, yeah, I did have that on repeat, like when it first came out and everything. I get that, but I listened to it 107 times.
Wow, goddamn.
Yeah, I did not expect that.
That is a lot.
Yeah, there's that.
Wow.
Yeah, pretty crazy. What's yours?
Yeah, for me, my top song was Shy Away.
44 times.
Mine says a very reasonable 44 times.
Woo!
Yeah, I mean, I think I didn't really expect that, to be honest, because, like, I do like Shy Away. It's probably one of my, like, it's in the top half of my songs from Scale and Icy. Mm-hmm. But I guess just because it was the lead single, and I know I was really excited when it came out. Yeah. I mean, I think if you guys remember that pod episode, we were just very giddy about it the entire time.
Yes, sir.
So like I did listen to it a lot then, and I also listened to it quite a bit when I was learning to play it for my channel. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I think that's where most of those plays come from for that song.
That makes sense. Yeah. I was like, yeah, I guess that makes sense.
Yeah.
But I think the one after that was like, I think that was like the other 4 songs that were in your top 5.
Yeah, the top 5.
So mine are kind of disappointing to me, to be honest. My second one was Choker.
Yeah.
Which, okay, it was the second single to come out, and I was still very excited, but I definitely listen to songs more than Choker.
I know, yeah.
Third, The Outside.
Okay. I'm noticing a trend here.
Just wait. Yeah, I love The Outside, one of my favorites on the album. 4, Mulberry Street.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I listen to that one quite a bit. Again, one of my favorites. And number 5, Good Day.
Wow.
Yeah. So all 5 of my top 5 songs of the year were
that reminds me
songs off of Scaled and Icy.
Yeah, that reminds me. Have you listened to Scaled and Icy before?
Who's Scaled and Icy?
Scaled and Icy.
I only listen to Shaped and Ashy.
Yeah, I listen to Shaped and Ashy way more. Shut up, Brad.
I was like, really?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I definitely listened to Happier Than Ever like a million times.
Yeah.
How the fuck did not get in my number in my top 5?
Mm-hmm.
But no, Choker, I really dislike that that's in there because I like Choker, but it's definitely one of the worst songs off that album.
Yeah.
It's not like bad or anything. It's just not.
It's not great. Yeah.
Like it has that old 21 Pilots flair to it, which I like a little bit. But it's just like, bruh, Happier Than Ever, really?
Yeah.
Not even leave the door open or anything.
Yeah.
I was just like, damn, that's kind of sad. Because like last year, my top artist was Mac Miller,
mm-hmm.
and he was all 5 of my top songs were from Circles.
Yeah.
Which makes sense because I had that on repeat all year. But there's been so much music that came out this year compared to last year that I thought like definitely this will be more diverse. Nope.
That's a very similar thing that happened to me as well. I think last year my Wrapped was a lot more representative of what I was actually listening to that year. But, so I'll go into my top 5 now. Similar story. Number 1, Shy Away. Number 2, Choker, which I have the same feelings on. It's just like,
right?
It's a good song, but I definitely don't... I wouldn't say I played that the second most of the year. I don't know. Number 3 is One Day by Lovejoy, which I'm happy to see that there.
Yeah.
Although I am a little disappointed to see another Lovejoy song, Taunt, which is a great song as well. It's just, I don't know, I love some variation. And then my last one is Mulberry Street by 21 Pilots. So mine was just, it makes me look, I don't know, to the untrained eye, it's like, oh, he listens to 21 Pilots and Dream SMP music. Okay. It's like, I listened to so much this year as well, and like, I fucking love One Day. But it's just like, I don't know. I would really only say the only song in here I do love is One Day. Like, if Good Day was in
Not
here.
even Mulberry Street?
Mulberry Street's like right on the edge. I don't know if I'd quite put it in love, but it's right there. That would be like the second most. But like One Day or if Good Day were here, I would say that about that.
Yeah.
But I was a little disappointed by my top songs as well.
Right. Can you check which ones are next? Because I don't remember.
Yep. Next is the Audio Aura.
Oh, okay, yeah. So mine's this really pretty blue and pink. But it's
Scaled and Icy.
Yes. But my top music moods are wistful and silly.
Silly?
Silly. Don't get it.
Yeah.
Don't understand it.
Maybe Bow.
Maybe 21 Pilots.
Yeah.
But like, what?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I saw this and I was like, I like the colors, but what the fuck is wistful and silly mean?
Yeah.
That was like a new thing for the rap this year, but I was like,
I'm going to put mine in here too, because I think it'll add on. Mine was, my top music moods were wistful and joy.
Yeah,
so
pretty much the same colors.
Yeah. So I mentioned, I don't remember if I said this on camera or if this was right before the podcast, but like, I have a little bit of a theory about this, I think. I'm pretty sure 21 Pilots, like Scaled and Icy, I'm pretty sure that's what got the wistful thing.
Probably.
Because that would explain why it's in both of ours.
Yeah, that makes sense, I suppose.
Yeah, but Wistful and Joy, dude, I listened to the Black and MIDI so much this year, and that is quite the opposite. So, it's like, I don't quite know how that happened.
It's just weird.
Yeah, I think Scale and Icy just fucked up our list.
Honestly, it might have. Yeah. But then this was there. This was like the next thing. I don't know what it is. It's like a really hot Grinch.
Yeah. Really
yeah.
thick.
Yeah, like thicker
absurdly thick.
Like crazy fucking thick.
Yeah.
Then this was also in mine.
Oh no.
I don't know, Fantano like was there.
So, like, this is nightmare fuel. So the story behind that, you guys may have seen on Twitter, but there's like there's kind of a popular trend of like AI generated pictures, and like in our 6 hours of free time that we had on Tuesday, we kind of resorted to just downloading that and typing in random things and seeing what it came up with. That was by far the most horrifying thing it came up with. I was like, oh my god.
But there were some cool things. Where's a good one? Let's see. This was Neon Gravestones. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, that one turned out pretty cool.
But yeah, there was some cool stuff there.
But, yeah.
Yeah, that Anthony Fantano was definitely scary as fuck.
Yeah, terrifying.
Yeah, what was next here?
Next is the genres.
Did
you screenshot that?
I didn't, but I can go through it real quick.
I'll go through mine first then. Once again, this is lower than I expected. We're going to get copyright. Once again, this is a little lower than I expected. I would have thought there would have been a lot here. But I listened to 59 different genres this year.
Yeah.
I thought, I don't know. I was seeing a lot of other people I follow had like listening to like 100 or something like that. I'm like, what? How did mine? I don't know.
Yeah, I was slightly below you at 53.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I guess it makes sense for me. But like you, I would have thought like crazy. Like 100 at least.
Yeah, I was listening to like even just between us, like I listened more like math rock and like experimental rock stuff and like hyper pop probably as well. It's like I don't know. I feel like mine should be a lot higher. But
yeah, right. I don't know, man. Like I don't know. But yeah, 53 makes sense for me, I guess. But yeah. What's next? Here?
Next is top genres.
Genres.
Side note before we get into it, anyone who has seen screenshots of it, I really don't know why they made the little picture of like the genre
all like squished.
It's so hard to read it and it looks really bad.
Yeah. I don't know
but
what they were thinking here.
Whatever.
So my number one genre was modern rock, which is like let's see how many years running that is.
Probably a lot.
Yeah, last year.
Mine's probably been modern rock for.
Last year was rock in general.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Hold on, sorry.
Let's see if I can find mine.
Last year was rock, and then...
Mine was either modern rock or alternative rock.
2019 was modern rock, and then 2018 was rock. Okay, so it's either rock or modern rock each year. So, makes sense. I listen to a lot of modern rock. Second one was Chicago rap.
Uh-oh.
So I think this podcast fucked my rap up.
Yeah. That's probably mostly Kanye.
Yeah.
Because I don't know. John was saying like Chance the Rapper.
I don't listen to Chance.
Me neither. I can't think of anyone else who would have been.
But yeah, that's my number 2, and I'm assuming it's because of the artist analysis. Mm-hmm. Because like,
Oh, my top genre last year was pop, actually.
With your number 1 being Radiohead, that's strange.
And Clipping, and Nothing But Thieves, and Mac Miller, and none of those are pop.
Right.
I mean, I guess Nothing But Thieves is a little pop, but like, what? I don't know. Whatever.
Yeah, Chicago rap, I was like, okay. And then 3 was classic rock. Mm-hmm. Okay. Conscious hip hop was number 4, which John thought could be.
It's probably
Kendrick.
Yeah.
Which, yeah, I get it. I listened to like a moderate amount of Kendrick, and we did do an artist analysis on him, but I feel like that was after they stopped.
I think it would have been, because we did that in November, didn't we?
Yeah. So I didn't like listen to a ton of Kendrick. He's not on my year-end like playlist that they make for you, so I don't know. Maybe that came from Tyler.
Yeah, Tyler might be considered conscious.
Maybe, I don't know. And then my number 5 was emo. Yeah.
I will say this is probably the only part of the rap that I think is like pretty accurate for me for my listening stuff. My top 1 was modern rock as well. Mm-hmm. Second was alternative hip hop. Then Chicago rap. Then 4th was art rock, and then 5th was pop rap. And like, yeah, all of those are pretty accurate to what I was listening to.
Yeah.
Just like rock and then alternative hip hop stuff. That felt accurate to
Yours
me.
sounds right.
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess I just listened to too much modern rock in comparison to Kanye. But
yeah, I'm surprised Kanye was so far up there for you.
Yeah, it was like it's like. So
I mean, I guess
weird.
it was like 10 hours of music.
Yeah.
So,
but,
and that's not even including Donda if you listen to that a few times.
Right. I don't know, man. It was just like, what?
Right.
And I think after this is podcasts.
Yep. Oh no, it's the Two Truths and a Lie.
2 Truths and a Lie.
So this could be fun to do with each other.
Oh yeah. I mean,
I can pull up mine.
I did not
do that.
screenshot it.
So there was like a little 2 Truths and a Lie thing, and you're supposed to share with your BFF. I guess I'll do that now.
This is something else I have a qualm with too. So.
Yeah. So what's the false statement for me here, Colin? It says the song I binge listened to most was "Leave the Door Open." Comedy was my top podcast of the year, and the artist who appeared most in my playlist was Clipping.
I'm gonna say the false one was Clipping.
False one was Clipping. It was 21 Pilots. That's what it revealed itself to be.
Which one's false for me? The podcast you've been listening to most was Podcast About Outside. The artist you've been listening to the most was Kanye West. The artist who appeared on most of your playlists was 21 Pilots.
Probably the top podcast one, I would guess.
Wrong.
Really?
The lie was Kanye.
I thought Kanye, it might have been that because of the review, yeah.
No, but the artist I binge listened to most was Billy.
Oh, interesting.
Which makes sense, I guess, because I did listen to Happier Than Ever like 1,000,000 times.
Yeah.
So, and the next was the podcast, like the number 1, like in your list.
Yeah.
What was yours, Mike?
My top 1 was Chuckle Sandwich. That makes sense to me because I started listening to them once they started coming out, and I listened to most of them on Spotify, so that made sense to me.
Yeah. My number 1 was Dynamic Banter. I listened to 92 episodes with a total of 6,298 minutes.
Nice.
And I screenshotted that, put it on my Twitter, and I was like, "Thanks for keeping me company, boys." And I tagged Steve, Mike, and the Dynamic Banter Twitter account, and Steve liked it.
Oh shit, that's awesome. So, that's crazy.
Thanks, Steve. Love you. Wish I could have gone to the show yesterday, but
they have a show in Chicago?
No, it was in New York. But
why didn't you go?
I should have. But yeah, that's nice. I love Dynamic Banter. My favorite podcast, other than this one, of course.
And then there's the top 5. This all made sense to me. I've only really started getting into podcasts this year, as if any of you are longtime listeners of this podcast, you know that when we started, I didn't listen to any of them. It was all you basically formatting the podcast format. But I was interested in Chuckled Sandwich. Chuckled Sandwich. My second one was Tiny Meat Gang. Makes sense because I listen to them a lot when I'm working. Same with the Gus and Eddie. And then number 4 is Dynamic Banter because you told me to listen to one episode.
It just shows how much you listen to podcasts.
Yep. And then the 5th one is BrokeN Boys because, in my defense here, I listen to them most of the way through when I edit them. So I don't re-listen to them once they're released again.
Right. So. Yeah, I was relieved that BrokeN Boys isn't on my top 5 because I was like, I don't want to look like that. But yeah, my number 1 was Dynamic Banter. Number 2, Tiny Meat Gang, because I like right when I got into them, I like listened to them nonstop.
Yeah.
Ear Biscuits with Rhett and Link from Good Mythical Morning. I love them. Love that podcast. Number 4 was Podcast But Outside. Really got into that at the beginning of the year. Gotta listen to that more, but I haven't in a while. And then something called Welcome to Our Podcast, which is Mike from Dynamic Banter and his wife Zoya, which is also a fun little podcast. But yeah, that makes sense. Here's the list if you guys want to see it.
There you go.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, what's next?
Then next we got how many different artists we listen to.
So I have 243 different artists.
Damn.
Which is
okay. Well, this one seems a little more accurate rather than the genres one. Mine's 370 different artists.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah. You definitely got into a bunch of different shit this year.
Yeah,
so.
I was listening to a lot.
Yeah.
But things got pretty serious with one. Who could it be? 21 Pilots.
Yeah.
My top artist was 21 Pilots.
I'm surprised by that.
For me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I told you, and I think I even told, Vince and John this as well. I literally convinced myself. I was like, I don't know if they're going to show up at all in my top songs or my top artists of this year. Just because, Skill and Icy was a little bit disappointing for me. I still like it, but it wasn't as good.
Yeah.
But then they just dominated the top of artists, and then they were 3 songs in my top 5. I'm like, what?
Yeah. I was trying to convince myself that for myself as well a little bit, but I knew in my heart of hearts that they're definitely gonna be number 1 this year because I binged them like fucking nuts. It's like whenever a new album comes out, I think it's just gonna be the case with me is that I'm just gonna fucking binge nobody's business.
It's weird because I feel like I didn't binge it all that much because I try not to do that as much with albums anymore because I find then I get really sick of them and then I just don't listen to them again. But I guess I did. I don't know.
Yeah. My top artist was also 21 Pilots. And I was in the top 0.5% of listeners.
Damn, you're better than me. I was in the top 1%.
Yeah. I listened to them for a total of 3,773 minutes.
3,000, you said?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh my God, that's double me. I listened for that's almost exactly double. I listened for a total of 1,305 minutes, and I just couldn't get enough of Shy Away.
Yep. Me either.
I mean, I guess that's kind of true. I still like that song.
Yeah. I was just like, yeah, makes sense.
Yeah.
Was not expecting to be in the top 0.5%. But I was with Mac last year too, and I was very surprised by that because I was like, he's huge, so I would have figured that I'd be maybe top 10 if that. But that's I didn't even know they were doing that until last year. That's when they started doing the percentage wise thing. But yeah, makes sense. But yeah, and what's after that? The top artists, I think.
I believe so. Yeah. Yeah, the last 2 I think are last. Ooh, yep. Top artists.
Yes. Okay. So number 1, 21 Pilots. What do you think number 2 is, Mike?
Oh,
Let's see if we can guess each other's.
Oh man. Well, I can just try and guess what's in yours. So I'm guessing Kanye is in there. He might be at number 2, considering how high Chicago rap was in your thing. I'm gonna guess Billy is in there. Maybe Tyler, the creator. Maybe Lil Nas X, the 5th one. Yeah. So yeah, that would be my guess.
So you got 3.
Okay.
Number 1, 21 Pilots.
Mm-hmm.
Number 2, Billy.
Okay. Yeah.
Number 3, Bo.
Oh yeah.
Number 4, Weezer.
Yeah.
And number 5, Kanye. Which makes sense to me. Billy being my number 2 makes a lot of sense. Bo being in there, I have listened to Inside like nobody's fucking business.
Yeah.
Weezer, I'd love me some Weezer. Listen to OK Human and fan Weezer quite a bit in the first half of the year, so it definitely makes sense. Kanye, artist analysis fucked it up, I think. But otherwise, I don't know who would have been there. Maybe Lil Nas X.
Mm-hmm.
Probably Lil Nas X. Maybe Tyler. I don't know. But Kanye being there is like, yeah, I guess. But yeah.
So who do you think is in mine?
So I'm gonna guess 21 Pilots.
Solid guess. Yes.
I'm gonna say Little Sims.
Okay.
So you love that album.
I do.
I'm gonna say Kanye's on there for you as well.
Mm-hmm.
Say Clipping.
Okay.
And Radiohead.
Okay. You also got 3 of them. So mine was very basic, and I felt like it wasn't all that representative, but my number 1 was 21 Pilots. My number 2 was Kanye. Once again, I want to reiterate, we are, at least I am, I don't know if you would consider yourself this too, I am a casual fan of Kanye.
I'm a little less than a casual fan.
I don't know why he comes up so much on this podcast.
Honestly, we talk about him a lot.
I don't know. I am a casual fan of this man. Number 3 is Clipping. I don't know how that got there. I think it's because I did listen to their albums, like Visions, and there existed before Halloween, and that's when the cutoff for Spotify Rap stops is Halloween. I think maybe because I listened to a lot of that then, maybe they got in there. I don't know. I feel like I didn't listen to too much. Anyways, number 4 was Tyler, the Creator, and then number 5 was Billy. I don't know. I really wish I saw like Bo in here, like you said, the Little Sims.
I'm really surprised that Bo's not in there for you.
Me too, because I listened to Inside a fuck ton. And I don't know. It's crazy. Also, the Black Midi album, I listened to that a lot when that first came out. And like throughout the year, I've been listening to that one too. So I thought maybe they would show up in there. I'm like, damn. I mean, I guess I got Clipping, that's a little bit not like super like predictable for other people maybe.
Yeah. Right.
But like, I don't know. Even though they're unpredictable, I felt like I was like, I feel like I didn't listen to them that much this year. Right. Whatever.
You're okay with Tyler being there? No qualms with that one?
I'm okay with it because I did listen to Call Me If You Get Lost quite a few times, just trying to figure out an opinion on it, which I'm still just like, yeah, it's good. I think I probably threw on Igor a few times, Flower Boy as well, so maybe Wolf once.
Yeah, I don't know. I mostly agree with my top artist. It's just Kanye being there. I was like, kind of, but. the thing I forgot to mention earlier, we were doing like the 2 Truths and a Lie thing. The first time I went through it, it was like so and so was or like top songs of 2020 was your most played playlist this year. And I was like, that's false, obviously. And I clicked on it and it was like, yep, you got it. Actually, your most streamed playlist was the one that Spotify makes that is like throwback songs that you listen throughout the year.
Oh, okay.
Or not the year, but your time being on Spotify.
Yeah.
And I'm like, no, not even a little bit. I put that on maybe twice.
Yeah.
And I don't know how the fuck it thought I did that. Like, I definitely shuffled my 21 Pilots one a lot. Billy, Tyler. Like, I was all over the place, and they chose that one.
Yeah.
How the fuck is that my number one?
That's weird.
That makes no sense at all. And it's just like, God, what the fuck? But there was another one that was like, Leave the Door Open is your is Leave the Door Open your most binge song of the year? I was like, probably. And then I clicked on one of the other answers. It was like, nope, actually Happier Than Ever was. And I was like, makes sense.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's wrapped for the year. Here's my whole thing for you guys.
Yeah.
But yeah, wrapped a little disappointing this year, but
A little bit, yeah. Mine, it's still fun to do, obviously,
it's still
but like,
fun, yeah.
I felt this year was not all that representative,
Yeah.
which is weird. I think it's just because we listened to so much that maybe we didn't listen to some like as much as others, even though like we listened to it a lot. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's a weird thing, yeah. So like, I don't know. But like when I shared this, people were memeing this on Twitter, but like I really didn't feel like this. Like I put a little caption saying like, I swear I listened to a lot of stuff this year. Like, because all of this is just like pretty basic stuff aside from clipping.
Yeah, when I posted this on Instagram, I said, they're back on top. Get it?
Nice.
I need to diversify my music taste more.
Yeah.
But like, I feel like I was diverse this year, so I don't know, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, in my top in the playlist they make you of your top songs of the year, there's the top 5 that I mentioned, and then my number 6 song was That Funny Feeling. Makes sense. And then all my favorite songs, and then Happier Than Ever, which I'm kind of surprised that Happier Than Ever wasn't my number 6, but That Funny Feeling I did listen to quite a bit. Yeah.
So those are my top 5. Number 6 was Your Power, then Leave the Door Open, then Sex Sells by Lovejoy, then Good Day, then Deja Vu.
Kind of surprised Driver's License isn't before Deja Vu.
I was trying to think of that as well. I think I listened to that a lot on YouTube for some reason. I think I like the visuals a lot of that music video. So like a lot of times when I was listening to it, I was watching that. But
is there any weird song? Oh, you know how Kanye is my number 5 artist of the year, but you know, can you guess what song is the only song on my playlist that he has?
Probably Jail.
Moon.
I mean, yeah.
I listen to Moon a lot, but that's literally the only song on this playlist.
Is Kanye even in
by
Moon?
Kanye, and it makes no sense to me.
Hold on, I'm looking through right now. I don't think Kanye is even in here. Hold on, let me start by artist.
Artist.
Okay.
1,000 Gex in there.
100 Gex. Yeah, Hand Crushed by Mallet. Fucking great song, bro. I actually love that song.
Is that the entirety of Inside in there?
I think so. See, and he didn't even like show up.
That makes no sense.
Like, what the hell? And like Kanye.
Fly As Me is on there? How the fuck is Fly As Me on there?
Well, yeah, what the fuck? Oh, I didn't tell you that Bruno gave me the album early? Yeah, wait, no, that's a great question. How is that in my top of 2021?
It's not even on mine. I listened to that probably way more than you did.
Well, yeah, but isn't the cutoff also Halloween?
Maybe they did it a little later this year, but that makes no sense. I don't know.
What the fuck?
I'm so confused.
H-I-J-K. Oh, J-K. Yeah,
Kanye's not
isn't,
even on here.
and he was my number 2 artist. And he's not even, there's not a single song of his in my top 21.
Maybe it's just the fact that you stream so much of it, but you didn't
stream... I listen to albums pretty, like, much purely from him. I don't just, like, click on
You didn't, like,
songs.
click on one song too often, I guess.
That's probably what happened.
I did click on Moon quite a bit. Another song on here that I was really surprised that was in here is Tear in My Heart. Like, I don't listen to Tear in My Heart a lot, like, at all. And for some reason it's in here. It was just like Verbatim by Mother was big at the beginning of the year for me, but I listened to that. The Stockholm Syndrome's in here. Soma, yeah. But it's just like,
I'd say Fly As Me is a surprising one to be in here. But I don't think anything else for me personally is surprising, other than it's surprising that Kanye wasn't in here.
Yeah. I'm just kind of weirded out.
Got a couple. I'm glad I can say this. I'm glad AJR did not show up at all during my list. I was kind of scared they may. I'm like, I don't think I listened to them like that much, but I also didn't listen to. Whatever.
It's just weird, man. But yeah, that's wrapped for this year.
Yeah, that's a wrap.
Yeah, our year-end lists personally are going to be a lot different. I can
a lot more accurate as well. Yeah.
Yeah. If you want to get into Song of the Week, Mike?
Yeah, sure. You are up this week.
All right. So I'm not going to pick anything that was in my Wrapped because, it'd just be more of the same. Mm-hmm. So, I was like looking for new stuff after the Wrap came out. I was like, I gotta diversify a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And I listened to this one song by MGMT a little while ago. Called Me and Michael.
Yeah.
Which
I'm familiar.
I really like that song. And that album's off of Little Dark Age,
mm-hmm.
and I think the title track off that song is very good. So I'm gonna go with Little Dark Age by MGMT.
Cool.
TMNT.
All right.
Little Dark Age, MGMT.
Yeah.
I like that song a lot.
Yeah, no, that was really good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I know. I'm pretty sure I've listened to that album before. I just didn't return to it, but like, I might need to. Like, I am kind of feeling some synth pop in my veins right now.
Yeah, I I recognize that album cover, and like I said, Me and Michael, but Me and Michael, but
did you hear that noise?
A little bit.
I don't know what that was. Okay, anyway. I was just wondering if I'm going insane. Yeah, Me and Michael would be a good subtitle for this podcast.
Yeah, I like that song a lot. I was listening to. I just put on that album when I was like trying to write my final, and I was like, actually,
mm-hmm.
it's pretty good.
Yeah.
So I might have to listen more in depth to that. But that song's been on a little bit of a repeat this week, so I just figured I'd pick that one.
Nice.
So what you got for us, Mike?
Yeah, I haven't really had too much time to listen to a lot of music, especially since Wrapped came out. I was, just kind of listening to my top songs playlist or whatever, just shuffling through that. But what I did start doing today is I'm starting to go through my albums of the year and starting to like refine the ordering, making sure everywhere is where I want it to be placed. And one of the ones I got to today was Olivia, and I haven't listened to Sour in a while. And I was just looking through our playlist, and I never put Driver's License in there. And like,
did you not?
I put in Deja Vu when it came out, but Driver's License didn't really do. But I was listening to it again today. I was like, oh, it's been a while. I'm like, oh.
And he'll put his link to his cover in the description.
We will not.
Come on.
The piano page will be there. If you want it, you can find it.
It's like 3 episodes down.
You're not wrong. But yeah, no. Driver's License was handed me again, and I realized it's not there, and that's a really fucking good song. So I'm gonna do Driver's License. Olivia Rodrigo.
Sick.
Guess you didn't mean what you wrote in that song about me.
Ooh. So that was Driver's License. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's a great song. Yeah. It's near the top of my list of this year. I think that's one of the best performances on a pop song I've heard in a few years that I've been like really listening to music. The vocals on there are insane. The lyrics are like, sure, they sound like, I guess your typical teenage breakup lyrics, but something about them is just so personal and that it's relatable.
Yeah. I, when the song came out, I didn't really listen to it all that much. I heard it on, TikTok, and then you mentioned it a bunch, and I was like, all right, I'll listen to it. And then, like, when the album came out, it was the same day as Scaled and Icy. So Scaled and Icy...
That's right, I forgot about that.
Scaled and Icy definitely took over that day. But, like, afterwards, I listened to Sour, and I was like, damn, this is actually really good. And, when I went to go get Sour on CD from Target, it was raining, and I put the CD in and driver's license in the rain. Was like, oh my god,
Yeah.
I'm gonna cry.
Yeah.
Um,
Her vocals are so good on that track in particular. I mean, they're great throughout the whole album, but that track in particular, there's something so powerful about them.
Yeah, I mean, like, even if you listen to her like live versions, she sounds like exactly the same, and that's like,
That's what's nuts.
It's nuts when like you compare her to like other pop artists that perform live, because like they don't usually sound the way they usually they do on the track. So
Right.
it was she's very great, very talented.
Absolutely.
Big year for her.
Yeah.
Excited.
Huge year for her.
Yeah,
Yes.
I'm very excited to see where she goes.
I don't think anyone had a bigger year than
No,
Olivia
honestly, I
Rodrigo.
don't think so. I mean, her and Billy were like huge this year.
but Billy was huge before this year.
That's true.
But yeah, I was having, a little bit of a relapse this week, I guess, in terms of stuff. And then just I don't know. I didn't even plan for that when I was going through my albums, but like having a little bit of relapse last few days, and then I listened to Sour. I was like, oh, this was a decision.
Are we in sync, Mike?
Maybe. I don't know.
I was feeling that way too this week.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's
just
almost been
happens.
a year since I've been single. It's crazy.
Yeah. I have no significance for mine. It was just happening.
Yeah, I mean, like, it wasn't like that. It's almost been a year. It's just like, it's just, I don't know. I was thinking about it this week. I was like, damn.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
But yeah.
Great song, though.
Absolutely.
I just wanted to... Sorry. Bell ring down. Just wanted to...
For the audio listeners, I just wanted to you just shut down as a person. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. Wrapped also does it for the podcast, and we had ours come. We had the Broken Boys one come out, and people in 9 countries listen to us this year. Crazy. 5 people listen to us more than any other podcast I listen to, which I'm assuming is. I know it's Vince. I know it's my younger brother. And 3 other of you. And I just wanted to say thank you.
Yeah.
Big year, first year. Very excited to see where this goes from here.
Absolutely.
Did not mean to rhyme, but I did. So
you do it all the time.
I just wanted to say thank you for that.
Yeah, thank you so much. We really appreciate any support given to us at all, even if it's just a view and then you click off.
Yeah.
It's cool. And you give some interaction, some, whatever.
Yeah.
We appreciate it.
It's very cool, and we hope you enjoy the show.
Yeah, and hopefully next year I can even talk about some artist analytics from Spotify Rap. Spotify Rap for artists.
Yes.
Yeah.
That too.
Now, not this year, but next year, hopefully.
But speaking of artist analysis, analytics, we have a wheel to spin this week.
Mm-hmm.
So you want to spin it, Mike?
Oh, am I spinning?
Yeah, you can spin it.
Do I just click?
Just click it.
All right. What are we doing for next week?
If it's too long, we might have to respin.
Yeah, because we got finals.
Oh.
Panic. Oh.
All right, so we're respinning.
It was the Beatles. Are you sure?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, that's too long.
Okay.
For next week.
Okay. We will not do the Beatles at some point. But
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Watch how it lands on him again.
Don't say that. Isn't that also a long one?
It is another long one. Okay. Maybe if I spin it, we'll get a shorter one. Let's
Okay.
see.
You know me, I'm just perpetually long.
What's Tyler the Creator.
Okay.
Tyler the Creator, everybody. He's
Somewhat long, but I think it's doable.
It's not that long.
Yeah.
There's like 4 or 5 albums, right?
Like 6 or 7, I think.
Wolf.
Nope, Wolf is not the starting point.
No, I know.
Oh. So
Oh,
Goblin, Wolf, 7.
Yeah.
Goblin, Wolf, Cherry Bomb.
Do
Oh
we-
wait, no, that's not an
Yeah,
album.
6 ain't that bad.
Yeah, so 6.
All right, cool. I'm listening to Goblin, Wolf, and Cherry Bomb for the first time.
Yeah. Should we? I don't know if we should do Bastard or not.
If it's not on Spotify,
It isn't, but it is kind of iconic. It's supposed to. I'm not sure if I've ever listened to Bastard.
I know that Fantano
Past
doesn't like
milk.
it very much. Maybe we'll ask John.
Yeah, we can ask John. I think I'd be okay with not doing it because I don't recognize any of these names even.
Right.
So.
I recognize Bastard, and that's it.
You're right, yeah. So, yeah.
Yeah, Tyler the Creator, next artist analysis.
Hell yeah.
We've done a lot of rappers.
Mm-hmm. We just want John to listen to everything.
Yeah,
so.
exactly. We also got to listen to the Grinch soundtrack.
Oh, of course.
From the animated Grinch.
Very, very important to his progression as an artist.
Yes.
I don't think we would have gotten Igor without music inspired by Illumination and Dr. Seuss's The Grinch.
I mean, honestly.
But yeah, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you're listening to us on streaming services, thank you very much. We appreciate all the support, as we were just talking about earlier. Yeah, you can check us out on YouTube under the same name. Sorry, my words got caught in my mouth. We're under the same name, capital N BOIS. And then when you're on YouTube, you can check our links in the description. We got links to my music page as well as my album of the year review page, and I'll also link that little clip with the video, or that little video clip with the score that I wrote for it. That'll be linked there. And then we also got Colin. He's got his album of the year review page, as well as his Instagram review page, and then we have the links to the Song of the Week playlist where you can listen to, Driver's License or Little Dark Age or anything else that we've, talked about in this segment on the show. It's a long playlist and great shuffle.
We do say so ourselves.
Yeah, if we don't, we're humbling ourselves. But, got our individual ones and combined with our guests. We also have a link to the Twitter, and I think that's it.
And you can see that Anthony Fantano nightmare on our Twitter page.
Yeah, if you want an HD version of it, it's there. We tweeted it at him.
Screenshot it, make it your phone backgrounds.
Don't screenshot. We're selling it as an NFT.
That is true. Don't actually screenshot. Yeah, it's very valuable.
Yeah, only we own it. Don't screenshot.
It's copyright.
Yes, we own
Anthony
NFT.
Fantano.
Cursed Anthony Fantano. Yeah. Cursed Tano. But yeah. Got anything else for the people, Colin?
No.
Cool. Well, we're back, bitches.
Yeah.
We will never leave.
We're here to stay, motherfucker. We're here to stay!
Oh my god. I don't even know what effect that was on. It'll be... We'll see.
Sorry if I hurt your ears.
All right, everyone. Have a good one. See you next week.
Bye.